Got 3 penalties that night.
Well, let's have a look at Barry Davis' report on that first leg.
With 1 sending off, 7 bookings and the awarding of 4 penalties, Antonio Garrido was certainly the dominant figure at Portman Road. The man who lost most was Georgios Spiros, a Greek international of Salonika. The man who scored was John Walk of Ipswich, 3 times from the penalty spot. All the awards for Ipswich were for fouls on Eric Gates, and added to a 4th goal for Walk and one by Mariner, gave Ipswich a handsome first-leg lead. Walk's first penalty was hit high to the goalkeeper's right. That was after just 12 minutes. His second, after Gates had been flattened on the other side of the area, he put past the goalkeeper's right again, but lower. And when 10 minutes from time, Gates went for another spin, Walk ended the night as he'd begun it, for a final first-leg score of Ipswich 5, Salonika 1. Mills. Gates. Walk. And it's in. Walk again. Goal with another chance. And a shooting chance too. But here's Brazil. Hit the post. Put in by Walk. What an unbelievable run he's having. You see a strike here from BT just to the left of McMills. And he hits it well! What a screaming goal!
You needed those 3 goals there, didn't you, with a 2-0 defeat in the second leg? Was there a concern about your performances in the second leg away?
No, it's always a hard place to go, Czechoslovakia, but we knew we had enough goals, we had the 3 goals, and glad to see Kevin Beattie getting the 3rd goal.
Well, you were certainly a comprehensive win against the Polish side lots, and then came St Etienne. Now, that really was a challenge. Away from home the first leg too, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were unbeaten there in 30 years, and they had Platini and Johnny Rep in their side, and we went there and gave them a right good hiding.
It's lovely, that, isn't it? Right good hiding. You had a couple of goals coming now anyway, John, both from Paul Mariner. That really must have been one of your best performances throughout the whole competition, really.
Yeah, it was probably the best performance by an Ipswich Town side for a long time.
And the toughest leg, I suppose, the semi-final, really, against FC Cologne. You actually won the first leg 1-0, and this is what happened in the second leg.
Taken by Mills. Oh, and the header goes in, and it's there, and Butcher came in. And Ipswich here have scored the goal that may well clinch the tie, and Terry Butcher got forward there, and Cologne were left like statues. No wonder they look so pleased on the bench. Cologne need 3 now.
An impressive run, that, Bobby, isn't it?
No, it was great, that, yes. I mean, you must have scored an enormous amount of goals in that particular competition.
At this point, how many you scored?
As I say, I scored 14 goals in the whole tournament, and that equaled the record, held by Altafine.
Yeah. I used to feel really proud, because my Uncle George once bragged about scoring 3 penalties in 1 match, and I thought, nobody's ever done that before. And then I've watched it being done there. It was fantastic.
Well, the excitement before the cup final must have been really intense in Ipswich, wasn't it?
It was, because that was our last chance. We'd been out of the FA Cup in the league, and we knew we had to win this, so everybody was up for it.
Well, so to the final against the Dutch team, AZ67 Alkmaar, the first leg of which was played at home. And Bobby, would you take us to the Ipswich side?
Yes, well, Paul Cooper is a very solid, dependable goalkeeper. Mick Mills up front, Paul Mariner good in the air. Alan Brazil picks up all the pieces in little Eric Gates, put him on his right side and he'll score. A strong outfit, really, I can't say any more than that.
And John, what do you remember of this Alkmaar side?
Very strong side, full of Dutch internationals, Mick God, Hoverkamp and Jan Peters, who went on to score goals at Wembley against England. And they had the Keist up front with Tall, who were very strong attacking pair.
Well, the dates, the 6th of May, 1981, and at Portman Road, the commentator was Jerry Harrison.
So, a mild May evening here. Ipswich kick off the last chance they've got to win anything, starting their 64th game of a long, long season against AZ in the white shirts and red shorts, playing their 43rd game a side full of confidence and, of course, a winning streak. And there's the first free kick. Steve McCall, one of only 2 players on the field who hasn't got a full international cap. So Arnold Muren, with 2 big fellas over the far side, they think in the air is going to be one of their chances. It's down to John Walk from Paul Mariner. And here's Brazil, he's offside. Well, I'm sure we'll find in the next 90 minutes or so that Alkmaar are a very disciplined side with a great deal of technique. Here's Medhod, the sweeper, wearing 4. Back to Nygaard. Medhod looking for Toll, out to Kist. Or an offside there against Pierre.
John, I suppose your Dutch teammates, Muren and Tyson, would have known this Alkmaar side very well indeed. Were they much of a help? They must have been in the build-up.
Big help, you know, a lot of them played with them at international level, so they gave us all their weaknesses, and actually it helped us a lot.
And what were the weaknesses that you remember them talking about?
Mainly in defence, you know, the defence, and if you got at them, we knew we would get goals.
And the strengths that you were concerned about?
Well, the strengths was, you know, the Jan Peters from midfield, who's an attacking midfield player who could get goals.
Muren. Gates trying to turn there. He stumbles but gets to it. Oh, tripped down. Penalty. Is it? No. He's pointing in that direction for one horrible moment. Me and a few thousand thought he was pointing to the spot, but he meant a goal kick. Well, Gates wriggled away from his man there.
I must say, Gates's had a real testing time with the penalty box, hasn't he, John?
Oh, he's a good diver. You know what I mean? He got a lot of penalties for us, but this time it didn't come up to him.
He turns people, doesn't he? You see?
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah, he turns them well, and it's dangerous situation for a defender. You've only got to touch him, and if he goes down, the referee can give a penalty.
He's really quite small for someone on the front line, isn't he?
He turns very quickly, you see. Low centre of gravity, and he turns around and he turns into people. A lot of people who have been criticised for getting too many penalty kicks, you know, have done what Gates did. Francis Lee used to do the same, get lots of penalties, but go into the dangerous areas. You know, that's what the defenders don't want. They don't want to see in there.
Peters not quite able to control it, hooked away by Mills. Gates in there, but with Mariner spoiling it. Walk driving it to Muren on the left. McCall. Gates coming over towards the near post here for the short ball. Turning away from Medhod. Brazil. Good turn. Mariner, good effort, but not on target at all. Really powering himself in there. Lovely turn, first of all, by Gates and then by Brazil. Then a diving header. Gates. Nice ball to Brazil. Gates still going forward. Bit of room for Gates. Oh, good save by Traitel. A lot of Gates's goals are from outside the area. And that was a beautifully hit shot with a bit of dampness on the grass. Nice drive, good goalkeeping. In the air, still a great possibility for Ipswich. Traitel coming to it, but it's well won by Medhod. Muren back in. There must be at least 3 or 4 Ipswich players offside. Well, so far, a quarter of an hour gone. AZ haven't had a shot. Holbenkamp to Peters. Holbenkamp again. Good left foot. By the top left foot. And still they really haven't had a shot. Kiss was challenging there, but again, the call was pretty cool. Brazil battling. Van der Meer knocks it out. This is where they need the roars of the crowd behind them to push them forward, give them an extra yard. Gates. Mills. Walk and Mariner in the middle. That's a hard one for Muren. And forward goes Walk. Hooked away, Mariner. Walk. It's ball, it's a penalty. Well, the referee right on the spot there when he saw that one. Good cross by Mills, clever work by Arnold Muren. Then Ipswich are battling for it. Warp tries to get a shot in, then it's Mariner who whacks one, and it hits Hovenkamp on the hand, and it's a penalty. And it's going to be John Warp to take it. John Warp has scored 11 from 11 attempts this season. And that's 12. Decisively taken by John Warp. No chance at all for Traitor, although he was clearly moving before the kick was taken. That's his 13th in this competition. And overall, his 34th of the season.
Now here's the action in the second half as Bobby Robson is being interviewed by the commentator, Jerry Harrison.
A bit of vintage Ipswich here. We've got to remember that in spite of enjoying a lot of possession of the ball, that we've got to be good defenders. And, you know, the key situation here is Butcher and Osman to stay tight and disciplined and not get involved in attacking sorties so that we get exposed and concede, because a clean sheet here is absolutely vital. Got to get the cover from the full-back and let one full-back go on the side that we're developing. After that, our football forward-wise is absolutely perfect, and it's a joy to watch. We easily could have been 3 up. You know, definitely a kind of a penalty decision.
Tyson here.
And
he's got it. Just what you wanted, Bobby. Tyson coming through on this one, on the run. Powerful bit of play for someone who hasn't trained for over a month. No, Traitor got a hand to it.
Yeah, prophetic comments there by Bobby Robson, Bobby.
No, he's absolutely right. I mean, the first leg of a competition like this, you don't want to give any goals away if you can help it. 1 goal would have been enough, as it turns out. Ipswich have good players, and you think if things are right at the back, you will create chances. And they do have good forward players, and they are going to get a couple of goals. And it's proved already, 2-0 up. Great for the first leg of any competition.
Now Gates is having to move a bit, and so's Traitor. That was a real big dipper. Traitor's only 5'8", of course, so there might be a little bit of room between his reaching hand at the top of the bar. Gates did well, first of all, to control that one, and then a vicious shot coming down fast now. Oh, good ball. Brazil turning well inside Van der Meer. Mariner, well beaten, number 3. What a lovely touch. Poor Mariner there with a little flick.
Well, John, a great start in that first leg, 3 goals.
Yeah, we needed them, you know, and I said that 3rd goal was vital. You know, a great turn by Alan Brazil here. Turns his man, and he puts in the box, and Mariner knows he's putting it in, and he goes near post, and that's it. Flick, great finish.
Did you feel that you'd done enough with 3 goals?
We thought so, but in the end, we needed 3 goals.
Recovered a little bit of their poise in the last 10 minutes, but it might not be enough. Still looking for that goal which will be so valuable to them. Method on the ball. Getting down to the line. McCall gets over to him. And driven badly wide by Case Kiss. That could have made all the difference. Method did some good work there, although when it went to McCall, it deflected off him. It comes here to Kiss, and he drives over the top, and that is their last chance, because Ipswich have won this first leg of the UEFA Cup final by 3-0.
Happy man, Bobby Robson. You talked about the possible weaknesses in the Alkmaar defence, and you exposed those, I suppose, really.
Yeah, we did. You know, as I said, we're very happy with the 3 goals, you know. I'm looking forward to the second leg.
A good performance.
Well, great. When you consider how many more games Ipswich had played against the Dutch lads only played 40 games, I think it was. And you just hope that you play well enough and you don't actually give any silly goals away. And they got a lead. And I always think that if you get even 1 goal, as long as the other side doesn't score, it's a lot to take away with you.
Yeah.
Ipswich scored 3, probably meant that they could relax a little bit when they went over there, but we'll have to wait and see, you know.
Right, and of course you knew you'd failed in the league and you'd failed in the FA Cup, so that was the stimulus, I suppose, John.
Yeah, that was it. We knew we had to win it for our fans and for ourselves, you know. We missed out on the other two, and we gave it our best shot.